What's up? It's Alec. Doing this thing again. It got really good feedback the last video I did. Everyone was pretty nice about it. No one made fun of me too bad. But I'm gonna try it again. Trying to do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, video segments like today is a Tuesday in the video at least. Obviously the days aren't back to back to back to back. This stuff's kind of hard. I never realized it'd be this hard. But we're just learning as we go. We're gonna have some fun. Today we are sprinting yet again. Kind of a new thing that I've been enjoying instead of going on crazy like longer runs. Today we have 30 to 40 yard flies, so a 10-yard fly. At the end, we'll set up the gates at a 10-yard distance, and we will see how fast our, split or fly is in that 10-yard range. Then after that, we'll go inside the weight room and we'll hit an upper body lift. Today is chest. It's more focused on actual flat bench press and incline dumbbell bench press. And then my Thursdays will be consisted of, an incline and then flat dumbbell bench press. We try and sprint at least maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Wow, I hit with my split legs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and my chest days are Tuesday, Thursdays. It's been fun to try something new and get out of my comfort zone. I've been, as you may know, a pretty big follower of like Luke Hopkins and Nick Bare and their whole like VPN team. So like the long run thing was kind of my thing for a little bit. A little bit being like 2 months after basketball season, and then Cam approached me and started talking about how he wanted to train for this Apex thing, which I know I've already said this, but it required more sprinting. So we've been doing a lot of sprinting. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it, and it's honestly made me better just being fast, and honestly endurance, as much as it might surprise some people. The endurance from it is the biggest thing that I've taken away from it. With that being said, let's get into it, and I'll stop yapping.
Take those chances, ain't talking about Bennett. When they too lazy, they talking like critics. Why you so mad? Go get a bag. I'm in the lab, I don't move the same. Off of the pass, for back in my lane. I cannot sit in one place like a stain. Sharing that paper like ripping the page. I'm gonna be the last one to remain. Walk with the nearest, I'm spitting that flame. Hop out the cycle like it ain't a thing. Doing them hills, we running up. Hotel bar after the gig. Something to sip and getting drunk. But in case, oh baby, we gonna dip. Was I'm bad in my apartment. Started hitting the target. Started flooding the market. Started moving smarter until we rose about the garden. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row.
As we finish up the sprint work, we go into the weight room to start our chest day and continue our Tuesday. We'll start off first by doing some cable crossovers, get our chest warmed up, kind of fatigued. Then we'll go into some hang power snatches. We'll do about 5 sets of that, work up to moderately heavy weight, but not anything crazy. Then we will go into our bench press, pair that up with our chest rows. Then after we do that, we will hit our incline dumbbell bench as well as our T-bar rows. We'll go moderately heavy on that with lighter reps or lower reps, but kind of a complete strength day. After that, we'll hit some accessories, and then I will hit some core afterwards, and that will conclude our Tuesday strength day. One more thing I wanted to get into before I, let you watch this sick, epic, dope montage of the lift. I recently went on vacation, and while I was there, I recorded some footage, I guess, in the weight room, and just overall some things, like parts of the vacation. But it was pretty, not sketchy. What's the word? But scratchy, I guess. Like very here and there. I wasn't consistent on it, and it kind of looks not great. So I don't want to say in the comment section, because that is not where I'm at this moment in my YouTube career. But if you're a friend and you're watching it and you want to see something like that, even though it probably won't be the greatest, let me know and we will get into it. So here is the Tuesday lift. Like I said, epic dope montage. Leave you off here with some bench, and let's get into it. What's up? As you can tell or see from what I just showed you, I just absolutely housed that lunch, but or I guess post-workout meal, but it was pretty good. It was some hamburger meat, it was cottage cheese, and then I made some Alfredo noodles that, you know, kind of carved up a little bit. But today was kind of a another day like I showed before. Instead, it's just upper body. So with my sunburn, got the upper body day done. But no, it was fun. We did some more sprint training a little bit later in the day this time instead of 4:30, with Cam being able to do it. It being dead week and stuff like that with the football team. He was able to do it later, so I got up later, about 7:30 or 8 a.m. But it was good. Today I think we did a couple 10-yard just build-ups, sprints. Then we went into maybe like a little bit of 20s, but after that we ran like 2 or 3 40s, and then 30 to 40-yard flies. So we line up 40-yard dashes, and then we set the OVR meters at the 30 and 40 yard mark, and then at times you're split for your 30 and 40 yard, 30 to 40 yard dash, I guess, split, whatever. But after that, we went in the weight room. Today was upper body, but I added some snatch like I always do. Did a warm up with the chest flies. After that, I did some snatch right into bench. I mean, you saw all of it. Today was supposed to be a lighter day on bench, but it was supposed to be 250 for 4, I think, for 5 sets or how many times it was. But I don't know. I felt good, so I went up and ended up topping out getting 275 for 4. So good day. But overall, I want to take some of this time to, I guess, talk about my last video that I had or made. Before that, actually the day that we went to Apex, the thing we were training for in the video, we have been training for it for a while. But the day I released that video was actually the day we went to Apex, and I didn't do too bad. We didn't do too bad. I did all right. The results are going to be right here, but I didn't do too bad. I got 25th out of, I don't even know, 80, let's just say 80 or 82 or something like that. So not bad. A lot better than I thought I was going to do. Me and Cam both PR'd on our 40 yard dashes. Like I said in the last video, we were consistently running really like slow 40s, like 5.2 to like 5.5. But he ran a 5 flat and I ran a 4.8. And as soon as that happened, I mean, we were playing on house money after that. I mean, our confidence went up and everything was fantastic. So it was a good day. I'll put up Cam's results too, just to show, since we're both doing the same thing. But you'll see his bench is kind of low because he got a bunch of no reps for taking his butt off the bench, and I think he actually got 24, but he had 19 no reps, so he ended up getting 5. Whatever. What a goofball. You'd think with how strong he is, you know, he would be able to do better, but no, I'm just kidding. We did the 405-pound deadlift. That was probably the one I was most impressed. I mean, the 40 was pretty impressive, but I was probably more impressed with the deadlift. 405 pounds 23 times in 1 minute for me is unbelievable. And I think the guy who won it got like 48 or something like that, which is just crazy. Played football at the Navy. I played football at Navy or Air Force. I think it was Air Force. I can't remember, one of the two. And then played for the 49ers, was a running back. I think running back. And then he was on the U.S. bobsled team this year. So you can only imagine, you know, this guy's 5'7", 220 pounds of just pure muscle. I'd hate to be the guy have to tackle him. But no, after that deadlift, we were dead. We couldn't get our heart rate down. It was so bad. We couldn't get our heart rate down, and then you had to go right into the bench press, and you were already just so fatigued from the deadlift. And it's like weird because all day, you know, the 40-yard dash through the broad jump or the med ball toss or the broad jump to the vertical jump, this fan is unbelievable. It's like hitting stuff. Anyway, it was a pretty long process because you have to do your one like jump or your one run, your one toss, and then you have to wait forever to like what it seemed like for your next turn. You only got 2 turns. Once the deadlift happened, it was like they did 2 times simultaneously for each person. So I mean, once you got like done, you were going right to your bench press, and that sucked. I mean, that was like the hardest part. And then afterwards, running a mile, and the mile was pretty bad. Not even because it's like one of the toughest things I've ever done. It's just like I'm used to running. It's just the fatigue that you build up from doing the 2 lifts before and then running the mile. Thank God I got those new Vomero running shoes because they're so like bouncy that I just had to put one foot in front of the other, and it was just like springing me forward. And I mean, my time wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to get 6:30 at least on the mile, and it'd be like a 7:07. I can't remember what it said, but a 7:07 or something like that. And I mean, 37 seconds off. And I think around the 3rd turn or the 3rd lap, I was saving a little bit to kind of get myself like, you know, pick it up on the last lap, let it eat. But as soon as I crossed the finish line for that 3rd lap to start my 4th lap, I was toast. I had a runner stitch. I haven't had one of those since, I don't even know, the 3rd grade. But yeah, that was bad, and it made me run like a 2 minute 30 no 2 minute and 7 lap, and that was not good, no bueno. But in my 20 years of life, this is the funniest part. In my 20 years of life, I have never, ever thrown up from a workout or thrown up from an event, a game, a conditioning. And with what we've done in college, like conditioning stuff like that, or just anything in general, like nothing has ever been like, all the stuff I've done in college is what I'm saying, like is way harder than like what we did. Like it was smooth sailing, and I had been running consistently, like I was in shape. And I couldn't get my heart rate down, and I was thinking like, you know, I had this feeling in my throat, and I was like, you know, maybe if I eat this banana, it'll help me out relax. So I'm eating it, and I'm eating it so slow, just because like I'm afraid, like I don't even know what's gonna happen, but I just feel like so weird, heart rate's going, and it's bad. I finally finished the banana, and I look up to my right to like see how far like the trash can is to actually throw it away, and the trash can, like it looked like it was 4 miles away. Like it looked so far away. So I get up and I start walking to the trash can, and my throat starts feeling weird, and I just like, I've never thrown up before, like from a workout or anything, so I just had no idea what was going on. Anyway, I walk over there, and I feel like my stomach feel weird, and then like I said, my throat's feeling weird, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to throw up. So I throw up once. Well, actually, before that, I'm trying to like pull this trash can, like the lid off, and I can't get it off. Like I'm pulling so hard, and I just throw up all over the side, not the side of it, but like to the side of the trash can. And after I do that, I have like 5 seconds where I can like try really hard to pull it off again. Can't do it. Throw up again, and then I'm like kicking this trash can, trying to get it open, and I'm like, you know, the damage is already done, so I just, you know, threw up 3 times all over the place. And after that, I felt like a brand new man. It was the craziest thing. My heart rate went down instantly. I felt so much better. It was a night and day difference, but it was so weird how I, like that of all things, like a competition, like not even anything crazy made me throw up. But I guess it was kind of hot out, but I guess, I don't know, I just have no idea why that happened. But other than that, it was great. I had a fun time. The very next day, I was still riding the high of just doing it. It was awesome. I was telling everyone about it. My family had a family event. It was Father's Day the next day, actually. So telling my family how cool it was and how much I enjoyed it. And I was just, you know, having a great time. But yeah, it was really fun. Definitely would do it again. And I think the plan for the year is to convince Cam to do a Hyrox, one of those duo Hyrox things. That would be awesome. And then another goal that I have is to I would really like to run the marathon, the Illinois Marathon in the spring. But I guess we'll see what happens with the schedule and just how the training can go. But overall, that was today's workout. That's the video. I didn't run, I guess, this week. I don't know. It's 107 degrees out, and I don't know. Excuses. But in this video, I'll probably run this week, but in this video, you'll see, depends. We'll see. But in this video, I probably won't run. I got nothing but good feedback from the last video, and it makes me want to do another one, and I was riding the high of that as well. It was awesome. My friends, well, they could be lying to me, but my friends enjoyed it. They told me, I said, seriously, let me know if it's stupid. If it's stupid, I will never, ever do it again. But they all seemed to like it, and they seemed to enjoy watching it during their breakfast or their lunch or whatever they said. I don't know. They're weird. But I appreciate the support so far, and I hope you enjoyed this video just like you did the last one. Thanks.
What's the feeling in the floor?